Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Matt here, and today I'd like to make a video concerning this new development on YouTube concerning videos that are considered to be harassing or roasting videos, discriminatory videos, harassing YouTubers that are belong to the minority community, and just how I feel about that. I guess recently a rule that was actually kind of already in the agreed terms of YouTube was added, stating that you cannot make, as a YouTube creator, any video that platforms some opinion that can be considered harassment towards another YouTuber. And this essentially has come as a result of people that have went to I think there's a few big culprits, but a variety of people in the transgender and Black Lives Matter, social justice warriors in general channels, and have sent them a lot of hate mail. Now, this is ludicrous. First of all, okay, for instance, let me give you a good example. And I'm not going to call this person out. Well, in fact, I will. Milo Stewart. She just made a video stating that people are sending her harassing emails and comments and saying nasty things, and they shouldn't be able to do this. YouTube change it so that they can't make this content and the content won't show up near her channel. Well, first of all, this person made a video that claimed all white people are racist, all straight people are homophobic, all cisgender people are transphobic, and so on. And basically said that everybody is scum and racist and hates and is this and that, and that everyone is basically a monumental pile of fucking shit except for her and her community. Now, I'm sorry. Until recently, I didn't even know what non-binary meant. Aside from being in a computer term, the fact that someone would even be expected to know that you consider yourself non-binary and therefore refer to yourself in certain with certain pronouns or as a certain thing. I'm not a fucking psychic. How am I supposed to know? And then if, God forbid, I don't get it right, I'm a transphobic. A non-binary phobic. This is absolutely insane, because the same free speech that these people, these social justice warriors, these transgender LGBT warriors are using to platform this basically straight-phobic rhetoric, heterophobic rhetoric, that is the same free speech that someone like me is using to rebuke it. Now, I'm going to draw the line when it comes to people being threatened, stalked, crashed, hacked. I mean, I've heard a lot of horror stories. Apparently, people were getting all sorts of nonsense. Now, there comes a certain risk that you take on when you create on YouTube. You know, there was one person I had read about that was part of the LGBT community that had done an unboxing. And when they opened the box, the address and real name of the person was full flat shown on the screen. So people that had the mind to hurt this person or harass this person took that and ran with it. And apparently there was people like literally sitting outside this guy's house. See, you don't even know what to refer to some of these people as, and that's not right. You know, come on. You know, I hate to say it, but to all the people that belong to the transgender and non-binary and so on, asexual community, the lifestyle you have, while valid, is abnormal to the mainstream. It's not the main way our society and our species has been set up. We are typically based on couples of man and woman who are straight and have sex to have children, and that goes back to primal times. Now, is there something wrong with being one of these separate gender issues or whatever? No, there's nothing wrong with it. You should not be harassed or anything. But that doesn't mean that you are deserving of special treatment either. Okay, so basically it works like this. Because you consider yourself a homosexual, transgender, non-binary, asexual, who uses the pronouns of they and the, which I don't even know how you can use though as a pronoun. It's because you identify like that. It doesn't mean that there's going to be a whole bunch of people who even understand what you're talking about and who identify with you the same way. Yes, there are people who do, but they're a minority, a real minority. They're even more of a minority than homosexual and regular transgender. You can't even use any word. What word is right? See, now I feel like if I say regular transgender as opposed to non-binary transgender, I'm going to be flagged. This is a flat freedom of speech violation right here. And the fact that YouTube is actually considering and has actually banned like several people for making content saying how they feel about the subject, that's crazy. How come you're not banning this person? Now, on the other side of the coin, I know somebody who makes videos just about life in general, and he kind of ran afoul of a transgender person who, the transgender person and her, I don't know what she referred. This person's followers went to the guy's channel and was harassing him, was calling him all sorts of names, telling him to kill himself, you transphobic scumbag, faggot, fuck, kill yourself. No, that's fine though. As long as you fit with behind the current of political correctness and strange discrimination, it's fine if you could say whatever you want. So as long as I'm a non-binary, vegetable, fucking alien, sex, agender, whatever, I can basically say, you know what, fuck all you people, you can fucking kill yourself, I fucking hate you, I hope you get gassed, and that's fine, nothing's gonna happen to me. Well, I'm sorry, but that's fucked up. You know what, this is a free website based on community creators. You're not going to get things that are scripted a lot of the time. Sometimes you do, and a lot of it, is done for certain reasons. But if someone is saying how they feel as a person, they have every right to say that. We're granted that in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So why the fuck is it being questioned? Even if I don't like the fact that you are a asexual person, and I say, listen, transgender person, I do not like you. I think what you're doing is wrong, and you shouldn't do it. And this is why I have every right as a United States citizen, at least in the free world, to say that. And that's, freedom of speech is pretty much in every free country now, so you can't really say that you live somewhere where it's not, unless you live in Iran. And that's another goddamn thing. These people that are over in this country and in the Western world, whether it's Great Britain or Canada, that say, oh, well, we're discriminated against here. I can't walk down the street wearing a dress and a wig and bringing noodles on my head and say that I'm an asexual, transgender, whatever the fuck. Or somebody might look at me funny. Well, yeah, somebody's going to look at you funny. Typically, men don't wear dresses. It's just not, or the other way around. Usually, women aren't walking down the street dressed as men and pretending to be men. If you're a woman or a man and you're trying to be the opposite sex, unfortunately, you're still going to be looked at funny by a few people. Okay, it's just the way it is. I'm hoping that your skin is tough enough to deal with it till now. Otherwise, you're going to have to not put it out there like that. It's your business. Now, it used to be, my opinion was, oh, I'll finish that statement. I rabbit jump a lot. If you don't like it here, go to fucking Saudi Arabia and walk down the street wearing a dress if you're a guy and see what the fuck happens to you. If you're a woman and become a lesbian, see what happens to you. If you're a woman and you even show your face out in public, see what happens to you. They'll stone you in the street or hang you from a crane. Or bury you to your fucking neck and stone you in a soccer field. Have you lost your minds? You live in the most enlightened part of the world that there is, where you have the right to actually be who you are. So instead of being grateful for that and appreciating that and using that to at least to raise awareness about your concerns or your problems is one thing. But to embark on this monumental fucking basic transgender jihad and call everybody who isn't asexual and who isn't agender and who isn't a fucking rabbit fucking asexual otherkin, whatever the fuck, is wrong. So basically, because I'm a straight male, I'm a scumbag. I don't give a fuck if you wear a dress. I don't give a fact if you claim to have a penis and take hormones either way. I don't give a fuck. You know what? As long as far as I'm concerned, what you do behind closed doors in your home, as long as it's between two consenting adults and doesn't hurt anybody and doesn't break the law, I don't give a fuck what you do. Why do you think people care that much? You make people care by getting on and making these long-winded, blowhard fucking videos about how much you're discriminated against. Well, I'm sorry, the world sucks. The world doesn't love you. This isn't your mother's living room on Christmas morning where somebody's going to pat your head and say, it's okay, you feel like this. I mean, I had a friend when I was in high school that was homosexual. He came out to his parents when he was 16 years old. You know what his dad did? His dad brought I'm from the country in New England. His dad brought him out to the fucking woods, tied him to a fence with no clothes on, and beat him with a belt, and then left him there until his younger brother and his mother came out hours later when the man had finally fallen asleep and untied him. My friend left home and didn't come back since. But he isn't bitter. Like, he actually was talking to me the other day and was like, listen, I had it really rough because the area we grew up in was very old school football town, old good old boy out in the woods farming community. It was very, very religious. It was very old school, like a 1950s farming community. And if you were gay, or especially if you were transsexual or something, you were going to run into some problems. I mean, we all remember what happened to the poor kid, Matthew Miller, that was drugged behind the truck and tied to a fence and so on. That kind of thing was happening with prevalence in the 90s, before there was a lot of this awareness and a lot of this movement to have that kind of thing really punished. Plus with the change of cultures, there's been generational differences. We're in a new generation than when I was 15. And now I'm making response videos to a girl who's 16 who in one video claims that they're male, and another video claims that they're female, and another video claims that they're both, and another video claims that they want to be a gender confusement, that their motivation is not to have the same equal treatment as others, but to make you uncomfortable by confusing you about their gender. Why is it important to this person to confuse you about their gender so much to the point where they're going to make videos about it? And in fact, the videos are actually ridiculous because it boils down to basically wearing clothes too big and pouring bowls of ramen noodles on your head. I swear to God, the video exists. Go look it up. But I got mad because a few of my favorite YouTubers, shout out to Leafy is here. Some of the people. Amazing Atheist, Armored Skeptic, there's a bunch of people that, really seem to, think the same way. These people are coming under flack, and, people that have made a living on YouTube sharing their opinion and getting into discussions with people, trying to make our society better. Because guess what? If nobody disagrees, nothing changes. I mean, look at in 1933, okay, people didn't agree with the National Socialists in Germany, and that turned into the Holocaust because no one wanted to disagree. That's kind of a large example, a dramatic example. But still, if you don't like what I'm saying, tell me. I'll talk to you about it. Maybe we can reach some kind of a mutual understanding. It doesn't have to be fuck you, fuck you. All right? The whole principle of our country here, at least in the United States, is that we can talk about things and it doesn't have to come to violence or hate speech. So, to answer your question, you know what? I'm not racist. I'm not transphobic. I'm not aphobic. I'm not animal phobic. I'm not vegetable phobic. I'm not fucking stuffed animal phobic. I don't care what you fucking want to do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, go for it. Fuck your brains out. Wear whatever you want. Who cares? But stop making video. It's not going to stop, so fuck it. You know what? Fuck you for making videos and getting people who are just sharing their opinions the same as you banned from YouTube. So, that's all I have to fucking say about that. And thanks if you listened, and whatever if you didn't. Bye.